I don't make it out to the theater as often as I'd like, but I recently went to a funny play that made me really think. The show was set in the 60s and told a story of a newlywed couple setting into their lives together. Everything was initially rosy in that sweet honeymoon period, at least at first. But months went by and normalcy set in, and slowly signs of discontent began to creep into how they related to each other. The relationship stopped being novel and exciting. They began to have to deal squarely with all the minutiae that comes with adult life: laundry, cooking, chores, commuting. The shine began to wear off. At one point, the wife's mother stops by the house for a visit. They're catching up when suddenly the daughter bursts into tears. The mother's startled and asks her daughter what the problem is. "It's not working," she replies. The marriage wasn't working. Her mother listened as she talked to recount all of the thrill that was worn off, how they were grating on each other's nerves, how nothing seemed to be as magical as it once did on the wedding day. Her mother assured her that it was all too familiar with what she meant. After all, she'd been married herself. With that, she pulled out a book from her purse and handed it to her daughter. The book was titled, "How to Train Your Dog." The mother instructed her to follow the directions carefully, using each of the author's techniques to train her husband. The daughter is skeptical, but agrees to give the book a shot. After all, what does she have to lose? She's amazed to find herself actually turning to the marriage around, and as she's training each technique, things start just getting a little bit better. The couple is soon happier than they've ever been. Now, the irony we come to find is that the wife has actually been training herself just as much as she's trained her husband. I bring this up because it reminds me of a truism that training a dog is all about consistent repetition. The same concept applies to all of us. We ultimately form our own habits of success or failure by repeating the same behavior over and over again, without ever thinking, while taking action and creating the correct mindset to create habits, either positive or negative. You are the sum results of all of your habits. Having a salad once in a blue moon or putting in a hard day's work occasionally does not create a consistent trend or pattern. It's not those special occasions or one-offs that define you, but the activities and habits that you do over and over again. If you have children, be sure to cultivate good study and productivity habits in them from an early age. Habits and values instilled at an early age are hard to break, so make sure they are good ones from the get-go and you'll set them up for continued success. Get them to eat vegetables as well. I worked on this with my young kids. I even got my son to eat broccoli by getting him to pretend that he was eating trees, like one of those chippers or tree-eating machines, I told him. One of the primary reasons that I hear from people for why they don't set constructive or positive habits is that they can't keep them going. They do them once, like waking up before work to hit the gym, but can't find the willpower to keep going. Now, I would suggest that you need to give yourself a bit of time. It can take a few weeks on average for a new habit to really sink in and become part of your routine, so be patient with yourself. This also goes for seeing results. A lot of people give up on their exercise or personal finance routine because they aren't seeing their behaviors pay off in any tangible way compared to what they receive for just giving in to their usual desire and habits. But the obvious takeaway should be that the only way to make something a habit is to simply keep at it. If you fall off the wagon or have a cheat day, let's say, don't let it be an excuse to give up altogether either. You can make this process much easier by creating and using PPMs, personal programming messages, as I've outlined in my book and course material. It also helps to track what you want to accomplish with clear metrics. Whatever your goal is, setting an objective will allow you to feel a sense of pride in meeting it and allow you to track that you are and have been successful. There are few feelings as good as the sense of taking control of your day and checking off the box for meeting a goal. So each day, set out to hit a number of words written if you're writing a book, or a number of steps taken if you're trying to lose weight, or set the amount of money to save if you are blazing your path toward financial independence. Simply put, what gets measured gets done. Also, set yourself up for success by making your conditions as optimal as possible for the habit you are looking to set. If you're focused on health-related outcomes, you could try going to sleep at night in your gym clothes so that you're ready and much closer to that workout as soon as you wake up. You might also want to consider not buying any sugary sweets at the grocery store so that you don't have them waiting for you in the kitchen and tempting you at any time. If you're focused on a business goal, make it easier on yourself by making your home office a friendly and more appealing place to spend time, so that you don't have to make a negative mental association with the time that you spend in that room, banging out on that work. Also make incremental changes in your routine rather than attempting to be overly ambitious and make a major shift all at once. So don't start waking up 3 hours earlier each day just to get things done. Gradually increase your wake time in 20-minute intervals over time until eventually you think nothing of waking up much earlier. That said, some people just prefer to fully jump in, and if that's your style, great, go for it. You can also find everyday parts of your routine that you can use to set better habits. An obvious example is walking and fitness. Get out of the habit of parking as close as you possibly can to your destination, and instead see parking as another chance to fit in more steps into your day and live a healthier lifestyle. I think that you'll thank yourself later down the line. I would also suggest starting out listing what it is that you really hope to change in your life, or what problem you're looking to solve in your life. Having clarity on what your priorities are will help you identify and set new habits, while also allowing you to envision your future that you're working toward and that can keep you motivated over the long haul. I also encourage you to identify those parts of your day that are most likely to be able to carve out new chunks of time to focus on your goals. For many of us, they tend to be the morning, during lunch, or in the evening. It may depend on whether you're a morning or a night person perhaps, but figure it out and work your new goals in accordingly. Now I want to leave you with this. You can train yourself to do or be just about anything. For some, it comes more quickly, but that doesn't matter. This race you're in is a marathon, not a sprint. You can be moving toward a better life and lifestyle every day with focus and purpose. And when you look back, even just a few months from now, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. If you want to learn more, visit my website, TonyNewmeyer.com, and subscribe for free trainings, articles, and more. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. And remember, always live rich.